Ayo, what is up? Ginno is back with some album reviews. Now, if you haven't been following me for very long, you won't know that I used to do full album reviews on my old channel every now and again whenever there was like a big one that had come out. However, I've decided I'm going to be doing them properly from now on for pretty much any album that you guys want me to do. So anytime there's a new album, just shout it out to me in the comments and I will try to do it as soon as possible. Listen to it. Sometimes I need more than sort of like 5 listens usually to actually review an album. So if you can send it to me as soon as it comes out, I'll probably get a video out within 2-3 days. So yeah. Today what we're going to be reviewing is the new Minzy album. She is an ex-member of 2NE1. Unfortunately, 2NE1 have since broken up. Which is very, very sad, but Minzy has now gone on to do some solo work, and this is her new album. It's been incredibly highly reviewed within sort of like the music review community, and so many people have been calling it one of the best albums of the year so far. Now, I only really got into the Korean music industry quite recently, sort of only 2 years ago, so I haven't really experienced a lot of sort of 2NE1 comebacks or albums that have been released. But I have gone back and listened to some of their back catalogue, and I've really enjoyed it. And Minzy isn't always one of the standout members, and you know, I didn't really know that much about her going into this album. However, she has blown away all expectation. I've been so incredibly impressed with her voice, her talent for songwriting, her song structure writing. It's absolutely phenomenal. So let's get into this. I'm going to be doing each song one by one, telling you about it and telling you my feelings on it. So first up is the lead single off the album, Nano. Great name. This is sort of a puffy electronic R&B hip-hop type song. Really good feature from Flowsick on it. There's these really nice rattling drums on it, but there's also these soft synths in the background which add a really nice instrumental. Over the top, Minzy puts on these sort of like a sweet Caribbean-esque vocals, which I really do appreciate. Chorus is really fun, it's tuneful, it's just loud and poppy. I really like that. And the Flowsick feature is a really nice addition. I wish it was a little bit longer. You know, he only seemed like he got about 8 bars on it, but it adds a lot of variety to that album, and it was a lot of fun, and it's good to see him getting some feature on some sort of mainstream music. That's cool. Nano was probably my favourite song on the album, actually. Now, next up is Superwoman. This is a sort of soft house pop hybrid song. There's also some ballady influences there as well. Minzy comes in with these sort of gushy vocals which are very emotional and heartfelt. I actually really do enjoy them. However, the chorus it's just a bit dull and repetitive, and I just really don't care for it that much. It's a little bit unoriginal. However, the song overall is very atmospheric and it makes me feel a lot. The instrumental at times is a little bit bland, a little bit dull. I don't really care for it. However, the end to the song is really sweet and there's some beautiful vocals. Overall, this is probably my least favourite track on the album, but saying that, it feels like I'm giving this song a negative rating, but I'm really not. I actually do quite like the song. So yeah, least favourite, but it's still a good song. The third song on the album is ING, or Ing if you want. Minzy said ING, so I'm calling it ING. This is a proper dance pop record. The instrumental is just blaring. It's all in your face. I love it. I really like how flat the drums are on this piece. They're so sort of subtle and they're so like deadpan. It's awesome. Not sure if deadpan is the right word there. And the vocals on this song are a little bit more gritty than on other times on this album. There's a little bit more sort of accent and aggression there, and I like that a lot. And oh, the chorus. The chorus on this is so catchy, it's so tuneful, it's so sonically pleasing. I love it. Yeah. There's also a lot of hip-hop influences on this track, which I appreciate. As a hip-hop head, it's always nice to see one track on an album that is influenced by some more hip-hop sounds. It actually reminds me a lot of some of 2NE1's music, in a way. And number 5, it is Flashlight. This is a very atmospheric house song. There's also some R&B influences mixed in there, which is cool. Minzy comes in with some soft vocals here. I'm not hugely keen on a lot of the layering on this track. Sometimes she doubles over her own voice and it just sounds a little bit off to me. Feature from J Park, whilst not my favourite of his features, it's still cool, adds a little bit of variety to the album. Again, just like Flowsick, it's a little bit too short in my opinion. I wish it was a bit longer. One of the reasons I wasn't hugely keen on his feature though was his voice is just a little bit bit too harsh for the instrumental. The instrumental is very soft and subtle, and his voice just sounds weird over the top of it. But it was a very nice song. It was sweet, and I really liked a lot of the instrumental. It was cool. And the final song on the album, which is Beautiful Lie. This is a proper ballad track. There's some glorious, powerful vocals over the top. Incredibly impressed by Minzy's range over this album. You know, she's put in every single different style on here, it seems. It was very, very cool. The power and precision of her voice actually gave me chills at some points on this song. You know, ballad pieces aren't my favourite type genre of music, but this was such a powerful, intense song. I just loved it. It was super duper atmospheric, and it actually reminded me of some of Beyonce stuff, some like Halo sort of thing. And the song structure here was, it's phenomenal. She's very, very good at writing music, obviously. There was also the Nano English track, which was basically just an English verse from Flow6, which was cool because obviously he's from America, and I appreciate that they gave him an English verse as well on this album. But you know, in the end, it's the same song. I liked it a lot. I never really had a doubt. Overall, this is an incredibly strong album, and I can see why people were making such a fuss about it because it really was good. The producer, Superdog, did a really good job on a lot of these tracks. I like Minzy's songwriting. She's obviously a very talented individual, and she's multifaceted as well. So she can sing, she can songwrite. I don't know whether she did anything with the instrumentals, whether she played any instruments, but either way, did a lot of work on this album, and it comes across really, really nicely. I also think she did well with the song choices. You know, keeping it at just 6 new songs it's perfect, absolutely perfect. Not too long. Sometimes I find people get bogged down with putting 14 or 13 tracks on an album. You need 5 or 6 tracks, and if they are good tracks, it can be a good album. You know, quality over quantity. Overall, fantastic. I would give this a solid 8 out of 10. Nice. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Ginno signing out. See you guys soon. More album reviews coming. Hey, oh my god, thank you very much for watching that video. If you want to follow me on any of my platforms, then all the links are in the description down below. There's Twitter, there's my 2 Instagrams, there's a bunch of other stuff. There's also my merch, which is now out, so go check that out. That'd be greatly appreciated. Or you can go watch the video that's there and subscribe to my other channel. Cool, thank you for watching. It's a great outro.